Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the day shift. It's your girl, Paulette. I am one of the members of Brownstone Worldwide. You guys are currently in the Brownstone Worldwide studios, and I am sitting here looking crazy because y'all, we got some news to share with you all today. And I'm talking about world news. I'm talking about finance news. I'm talking about all the things news, right? Not only that, but we're also going to be talking about what's in today's news. So many of you guys may not be aware, but this weekend I went home to Arkansas to kind of be with family and to celebrate the life of my sister. And while we were on the way back, it was nice weather. Everything was cool. And then the rest, because we drove, thinking we were going to be cool, trying to, because for everything to happen so fast, we were like, oh, let's just go ahead and just drive, right? On the way back, the rain literally followed us from Arkansas. So it was coming from Dallas, and it literally encompassed the entire state of Arkansas, except for North Arkansas. And then it encompassed the entire state of Mississippi, and then Alabama. Y'all, it followed us all the way to my house. Literally, it rained nonstop. And so we're going to talk about some weather patterns that seem to be a little odd because there was some warm rain yesterday and some more tornadoes. And y'all, doesn't it seem like that it's a little bit heavier this year? Now, where I currently live, there were 5 tornadoes that hit the town where I live in one night, and they were all over what they call category 4, I think, or something like that. Ripped the roof off of several of our most favorite buildings, at least one of mine, which is Hobby Lobby, and then some other places that are still not open. They're saying that it's going to be a year before some of these buildings actually are going to be back up to snuff, right? So I'm like, wow, that's crazy. So we're going to be talking about that. We're going to be talking about your money. We're going to, and we definitely need to talk about your money. We need to talk about what's happening over at brownstoneworldwide.com, some of the news and information that you can use over there. And the fact that y'all, guess what? The hot lunch mix just went off. And we're going back into talk radio for the rest of the afternoon on KCCR Radio, the Brownstone. But what I would encourage you guys to do, you all see that link right there. Let me see if this is right. Nope, it's not right. So let's do it this way. Yep. You see that link? Okay. Well, whatever. All right. So if you see that link over there, okay, stage left. So if you see this link over here, you will absolutely see the logo. So when you go to download the KCCR My Brownstone Living, the app, you are going to see this logo. The app is free to download, folks. Don't cost you a dime. But the cool thing is you get access, direct access to our air personalities that are on our app, okay, that are a part of the Brownstone family, okay? So you missed Leanne Dose this morning. We talked about spirituality. I was one of the guest hosts. I just popped in because, she was like, I don't want to do it with just 1 or 2 people. And so I just popped on, but it was a really, really good show. We talked about spirituality. We talked about the church. We talked about unconventional ways, or quote unquote unconventional ways of connecting to God, to source, to the universe, whatever you want to call it, right? We talked about that this morning. Then we had a replay of our Lunch and Learn Hour with Mercedes Eckert. She is the owner and founder of iShop, which is the fastest growing mystery shopping company in North America, which is pretty cool. So we had an opportunity to chat with her and how well it's doing and how some people are actually making a full-time income working as mystery shoppers. But she likes to call it market research, which puts an entire spin on it, but it is a thing. And so you definitely need to go and check out the actual video of that on BWTV. On YouTube, which is Brownstone Worldwide, and you can check her out there. All right. So a couple of things that we want to do is we want to make sure that we're giving you the news and information that you can use with, of course, who else? Alan Edwards from KCCR, the Brownstone.
A large tornado tore through southeastern Missouri before dawn on Wednesday, causing widespread destruction and killing at least 5 people.
A broad swath of the Midwest and South kept a wary eye out for further storms that could spawn additional twisters and hail. The tornado touched down around 3:30 a.m. and moved through a rural area of Bollinger County, about 50 miles south of St. Louis, said Sergeant Clark Parrott of the Missouri State Highway Patrol. Oscar Mays reporting.
Former President Donald Trump is calling on his fellow Republicans in Congress to slash funding for the U.S. Justice Department and the FBI, one day after pleading not guilty in New York to 34 felony counts of falsifying business records.
Trump's proposal would be a sharp turn for Republicans, who in the past have supported robust funding for law enforcement and have criticized proposals from some on the left in recent years to defund local police departments. Haley White reporting.
Israeli police attacked dozens of worshippers in Jerusalem's Al-Aqsa Mosque compound before dawn on Wednesday, witnesses said, in what Israeli police said was response to rioting.
The incident sparked protests across the occupied West Bank, and the Israeli military said 9 rockets were fired from Gaza toward Israel after sirens blared in southern towns. Violence in the occupied West Bank and Jerusalem has surged over the past year. Libby St. James reporting.
Ukraine's armed forces said they have repelled 45 Russian attacks during the past 24 hours as fighting raged in and around the city of Bakhmut, while Washington pledged more weapons to help Kyiv prepare for a spring counteroffensive.
After weathering a punishing, months-long assault in eastern Ukraine, Kyiv's military commanders have said a counteroffensive is not far off but have stressed the importance of holding towns, including Bakhmut, and inflicting losses in the meantime. Harry Michaels reporting.
This is the latest news headlines. Washington State has purchased a 3-year supply of leading abortion medication in anticipation of a court ruling that would limit its availability, Governor Jay Inslee said. The Democratic governor said he ordered the Department of Corrections, which has a pharmacy license, to buy 30,000 doses of the generic version of mifepristone at a cost of about $1.28 million, or $42.50 per pill. The shipment arrived in late March. Johnson & Johnson has agreed to pay $8.9 billion to settle tens of thousands of lawsuits alleging that talc in its iconic baby powder and other products caused cancer, the company said. The amount dwarfs Johnson & Johnson's original offer of $2 billion. The agreement follows a January appeals court ruling invalidating Johnson & Johnson's controversial Texas two-step bankruptcy maneuver, in which it sought to offload the talc liability onto a subsidiary that immediately filed for Chapter 11. Wall Street closed lower earlier this week after evidence of a cooling economy exacerbated worries that the Federal Reserve's campaign to rein in decades-high inflation may cause a deep downturn. All 3 major indexes fell as data showed U.S. job openings in February dropped to the lowest level in nearly 2 years, suggesting the labor market was cooling, while factory orders fell for a second straight month. Twitter Incorporated faced a lawsuit on Tuesday accusing the social media giant of illegally laying off contract workers without notice after Elon Musk bought the company last year. The latest action stemmed from its massive job cuts. The proposed class action filed in San Francisco federal court claims Twitter in November laid off workers employed by staffing firm Tech Systems Incorporated without the 60 days of advance notice required by U.S. and California law. And that's the latest news headlines. I'm Alan Edwards.
All right, folks. Well, that you could use. And so we want to thank you guys for kind of hanging around with us while we did that. But if you noticed, I literally put in your face, so you could read it for yourself, information about the affiliate program that has officially gone live on Brownstone Worldwide. Let me explain to you what it is. The affiliate program, let me go ahead and share with you my face so that you can see me, is about allowing you, our readers, our listeners, our followers, our fans, those people who are getting familiar with Brownstone Worldwide, an opportunity to generate revenue for themselves. Listen very closely. I'm going to say it again so that we are clear. This is a way for you to make some money. What does that mean? That basically means that we can, hang on just a second, y'all. So somebody just gave me a because this is going to be some news I'm getting ready to share with you all in just a second. But let's finish talking about the affiliate program. So basically what the affiliate program allows you all to do is it allows you to register using this particular link below. Oh gosh, I'm not so good at this. Okay, below, right there. And it's going to allow you to register for free. Doesn't cost you a thing to be an affiliate. And then you're going to put in your application. You'll be approved or disapproved, depending on what your information is that we're going to research with you guys. Doesn't take long. And then once you get your approval email, there's going to be instruction on how you can log in, look at your dashboard, all of the cool things, and also how to set up your first 2 links. We are currently working on 2 separate campaigns. One is the Brownstone Living Magazine business listing $200 for 6 months worth of advertising campaign. You will receive for every sale that you bring to Brownstone Worldwide a 20% commission based upon that sale. But then also, we are also running a special, not a special, but a campaign where when you guys bring subscribers to Brownstone Living Magazine, no matter how many that you bring, you will receive a 20% commission off of each one of those subscribers, in addition to recurring revenue when that subscriber continues to be a subscriber each and every month. Now, if I were you, I would have a calculator out and I would be doing the math, right? It could be that you're just trying to make an extra $30 or $40 a month, an extra $100 or $200 a month, right? It could be that you're trying to generate some additional revenue to possibly pay your mortgage or whatever. Guess what, folks? All you have to do is provide the link. What we're doing behind the scenes is we're actually doing the heavy lifting. So you don't have to do anything else except promote it to your business, promote it to your followers, to your organization, to the folks that follow you. Let them know that if they want to learn how to live the Brownstone lifestyle, they want to be introduced to some great content from some amazing people on this internet, in these internet streets. This is a really good way to do that. So once again, let's go ahead and put that banner up, and then we're going to get into the news and information that you can use, right? So if you have any other additional questions, give us a call too. We actually do answer. 470-862-0313 is our office number. If you want to go ahead and register, you can either scan this particular QR code to go ahead and register for free to be a part of the affiliate program. Okay. You can make passive income this way for your business or for your personal self by offering some of our most popular products and services to your customers and to your community. Brownstone Living Magazine monthly subscriptions are what we're currently promoting right now. And once again, you will receive a monthly recurring revenue stream of commission, 20% of each sale or subscriber that stays with us, and $200 for 6 months business listing in Brownstone Living Magazine and more. You'll get 20% off of that sale as well. And when I say off of, I mean you'll get 20% of each sale that you bring to the table. All you got to do again is share your links. Get that QR code and register with us today. All right, y'all. Let's talk about what's in the news, shall we? I don't know if y'all ready for this. Matter of fact, I'm so not ready. It actually closed on me. I had it on my phone and I wanted to share it with you guys. When I get stuff, I need you all to know about it right away. But the first thing that we want to do is we want to head over to brownstoneworldwide.com. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up my little stand so I can kind of take a look myself. That might not work. Let's do this. Okay. So I want you to go over to brownstoneworldwide.com. Okay. I mean, we are Brownstone Worldwide, right? Okay. So let's head over there. And we want to talk about 3 little Black girls that were unalive, let's put it that way, last year, and no one seems to care. So Cullen seemed to have an affinity for this story. So what happened were these 3 little girls from in Texas, actually Atlanta, Texas, 9 years old, 8 years old, and 5 were discovered in a local pond in Cass County on June 30th of last year. Initial reports suggested that these girls had drowned, but the official autopsy report released stated that all 3 had been strangled. Okay. They were actually from Atlanta, Texas, and their deaths were initially believed to be accidental. However, after the medical examiner conducted a thorough investigation, it was determined that all 3 of them lost their lives due to homicide. So the discovery of their bodies last year sparked a massive search effort in the community, and then their deaths shocked the entire state. So the revelation that they were actually strangled has only added to the sadness to the family. So if you want more information about that, what I would encourage you guys to do is to head over to Brownstone Worldwide to actually check out the entire article because it's pretty extensive. Okay. So our thoughts actually go out to the family of these 3 little girls during this difficult time because now they're looking for a killer. And that's really, really, really unfortunate. LSU's Angel Reese says her team is not going to go to the White House, but that the school's athletic department says it will accept the invite. I wonder how they feel about that. So LSU's women's basketball team won the NCAA national championship against Iowa last week, but the victory was not without controversy. Y'all remember that, where the one little girl did like this, and then the other little girl did like this, and now everybody's all in an uproar because the little black girl did it, and then the little white girl did it first, and it's all in competitive fun. This is what happens, and then it became a controversial thing. So the Tigers star player, Angel Reese, has actually announced that she and her team will not be visiting the White House despite the school's athletic department accepting the invitation. The controversy stems from the on-court behavior of Reese and Iowa standout player Caitlin Clark during the championship game. The two engaged in taunting and trash talk throughout the game, which led to criticism from some fans and commentators. Reese later apologized for her behavior and acknowledged that it was not in line with LSU values. In a statement released on Monday, Reese confirmed that she and her teammates had made the decision not to visit the White House. She cited concerns about the safety of her team, as well as the ongoing controversy surrounding her and Clark's behavior during the championship game. Speaking on Monday, Biden congratulated both teams on their performance in Sunday's national championship game, as well as specifically highlighting Iowa's sportsmanship. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. There we go. So the controversy surrounding Reese and Clark's behavior has overshadowed the Tigers' national championship win, but it remains to be seen how it will impact the team going forward. I don't think it will impact them at all. Let me tell you why. For every person that I know that plays any kind of sport, whether it be for pay or for money, or for pay or for play, mainly for play, everyone that I know, they talk trash. They trash talk. It's literally a part of the culture of some sports. Okay. Oh, yeah. You think you all that. Yeah, dog. I got you. Blase, this, that, and the third. Right. And before you know it, the game is over. They giving each other dap. You know what I mean? And everybody goes on with their lives. So I'm really, really surprised that this is even an issue. I think it's an issue because people want it to be, which is really, really interesting to me. All right, folks. So one of the other things that we definitely wanted to talk to you guys about, I'm saving this one for last because it just blows my mind. Some of the things that I'm learning about this country, who we are, what's happening. I'm just really, really surprised. So I definitely wanted to share with you guys information about Donald Trump. Okay, so let's talk about that. Why New York's hush money case against Donald Trump is viewed as a risky move. So let's talk about that. New York's hush money case against former President Donald Trump has been viewed as a risky move by legal analysts due to the challenges prosecutors may face in proving their case. I've been saying that. Y'all, this dude is I'm telling you, okay. So this case involves allegations that Trump, while running for president in 2016, directed his then personal lawyer, Michael Cohen, to pay hush money to two women who claimed to have had affairs with them. The payments were made to prevent the women from going public with their stories, which could have potentially impacted Trump's chances of winning the election. The case was brought by the Manhattan District's Attorney Office, which has been investigating Trump's business dealings for several years. Prosecutors have charged the Trump Organization and its chief financial officer, Alan Weisselberg, with a scheme to avoid paying taxes on fringe benefits such as apartments, cars, and private school tuition. Now, while the hush money case may seem like a straightforward matter, legal experts have pointed out that proving the charges against Trump could be difficult. For one, prosecutors must prove that Trump knew that the payments were illegal and not just an effort to protect his image during the campaign. Additionally, the statute of limitations on the alleged crimes has expired, meaning that prosecutors must find a creative way to argue that the charges are still valid. Furthermore, the case may be viewed as politically motivated, given the time of the charges and the fact that Trump is a former president. Some legal analysts have suggested that the case may be more about damaging Trump's reputation than about obtaining a conviction. The case has also drawn criticism from Trump and his supporters, who have accused the prosecutors of conducting a witch hunt against the former president. In a statement, Trump called the charges a continuation of the greatest witch hunt in American history. Now, I don't know about y'all, but this ain't the greatest witch hunt in American history. We can line them up, but this is not one. So the outcome of the case remains uncertain, but legal experts say that it could have a significant impact on the public's perception of Trump and the legitimacy of his presidency. It could also set a precedent for how future presidents are held accountable for their actions while in office. So again, this is over on brownstoneworldwide.com. You guys can go ahead and definitely check it out. You don't want to miss that. And one of the other things that I definitely wanted to talk to you guys, y'all, I'm holding tight to this one right here because listen, I cannot believe all of the hubbub that is happening right now in terms of our money. So let's talk about that. I need to share with you a couple of things that I have learned recently within the past 2 weeks or so. And I want to make sure that I share these with you so that you guys are clear, on what's happening. Okay. So heading back over to brownstoneworldwide.com, you'll be able to see that a situation has recently occurred. But first, before we do that, once again, you're currently listening and watching to KCCR Radio, the Brownstone, which is a part of Brownstone Worldwide. You can go ahead and check us out at kccrthebrownstone.com. And you can also go ahead and download the KCCR My Brownstone Living, the podcast and streaming app, where you can hear shows like this one, which is The Day Shift, and others like Dr. Michelle Josie, who is coming up next. I definitely wanted to let you guys know that today she's talking with Coach Jackie Vasquez. She's a money mindset coach, and she's talking financial advice from a money mindset coach on her show today at 2 p.m. You can go ahead and check out the show on Brownstone Worldwide. The name of her show is Numbers Don't Lie. Where can you see the show? You can head over to our YouTube page at Brownstone Worldwide. You can listen to it, of course, on kccrthebrownstone.com and the app as well. And you can watch it, of course, on our Facebook applications at Brownstone Worldwide. So wherever there's Brownstone Worldwide, that is where you're going to be able to watch or listen to Dr. Michelle today as she's talking to Jackie Vasquez with her show, Numbers Don't Lie. Okay, so you definitely want to make sure that you're paying attention to that today, because I know that it's going to be some nuggets that Miss Thing is going to be dropping today along with Jackie Vasquez. It's always a great time to have those folks in tow when they're having these serious conversations. And I want y'all to know Dr. Michelle's show is off the chain. So if you haven't watched it, you absolutely need to. So let's talk about some news that just recently happened about a day or so ago. The founder of Cash App, tech executive Bob Lee, dead after an apparent stabbing attack in San Francisco. He's the founder of Cash App and former CTO of Square, has passed away at the age of 43 after an apparent stabbing attack in San Francisco. The news of Lee's death was confirmed by Josh Goldbard, the CEO of MobileCoin, which Lee worked as chief product officer. Lee was a tech executive known for his contributions to the development of Cash App, a popular digital payments platform. He was also a respected figure in the cryptocurrency industry and was instrumental in the launch of MobileCoin. Listen closely, folks. I need you to hear me on this. Goldbard described Lee as a dynamo and a force of nature who was made for the world that is being born right now. And the question is, do you know which portion of the world that you were born for? You ready for what's coming down the pipe? That's a whole different conversation for a whole nother day. Okay. He admitted that Lee was a child of dreams, and whatever he imagined, no matter how crazy, he made it real. Lee's father, Rick Lee, also confirmed his son's death in a statement on Facebook, writing, "I just lost my best friend." He described his son as someone who would give you the shirt off of his back and adhered to a strict no judgment philosophy. So the police are actually still looking for whomever may have done this, but I definitely wanted to put you all's attention on this because here's what's happening. Lee's death has sent a shockwave through the tech industry, let me say that, and beyond, with many expressing their grief and condolences on social media. Listen closely to this, folks. He was a well-respected figure in the industry, and his contributions to the development of Cash App and MobileCoin will be remembered for years to come. Here's what I need you to know. 2 days later, an announcement was made. Now, we've been listening, but I need you to listen to this, okay? So I was doing some research. I had a phone call with a very dear friend last night. I need to let you check this out. Number one, listen. See, while everybody's scrolling and we're doing all of the things and we're enjoying our lives and everything, I need you, America, specifically to pay attention, because I know that I'm on like 7 different platforms right now, okay? But for my American folks, I need you to hear me. Number one, listen, are you ready? Saudi Arabia, Russia, UAE, Iraq, Kuwait, Oman, and Algeria are going to cut oil production output until the end of 2023. You ready for some more? The president of Kenya told his country last week, I saw the video, he told his country and his citizens to get rid of US dollars by the end of last week, because the US dollar would have no power by Monday that just passed. That was April 3rd. It was as if you were walking around with Confederate money. Worthless. Saudi Arabia partners with China to build an oil refinery for $12 billion. Are you listening? Chinese yuan surpasses the euro to become Brazil's second largest reserve currency. Did y'all know that? Brazil, listen to this, listen closely. Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa are developing a new currency. This came out. You ready? The U.S. Federal Reserve banking system is launching its own cash app called FedNow in July. This is a movement towards getting rid of physical money and having digital currency. So I have a question, folks, for those of you all who are still listening and who are paying attention. What does that mean for us? What does that mean for you? What does that mean? Can somebody give me some more information about that? So here's what's going to happen. I'm going to be doing some research. I know our little team is already on it, but I need to find out for myself, what does this mean for us? Okay. As American citizens. Okay. We need to know. We need to know, because without a shadow of a doubt, what is FedNow? Let's talk. Okay. It actually already has. Wow. Let's see. You ready? So the new app is going to allow businesses and individual customers of participating banks to send and receive payments 24/7. Well, we already doing that. We already doing that with PayPal. We already doing that with Zelle. We already doing that with Cash App. We already doing that with Venmo. And so my question is, here's the thing. Somebody said, was the logo designed in 1921? All right, so let's talk about what some of the folks are saying, because I love to see what the people are saying. And people are concerned, as well they should be. So people are saying, uh-oh, it's happening. Other things that they're saying is as predicted. Show more replies. I want to see what they're saying. I find it, somebody else said, oh, so his body isn't even cold yet, talking about Bob Lee. You will never catch me on an app called FedNow. Would you be caught on an app called FedNow? I wouldn't either. It's not an app. It's just a banking network protocol, like what banks and services already that's operated by the feds. But this one is just a modern version of it. Released right after the owner of Cash App dies. So people got questions. The Cash App guy dies, and then they announce this. Everybody's saying, I was thinking the same thing. The first step towards a CBDC, don't fall into this trap. It's all a scam, guys. Definitely not the first step. We're many, many steps in, man. So they're going in on social media about this new FedNow app. Okay. So again, for those of you all who are just now joining, FedNow is a new app that the federal government has started to, I guess, allow you to transfer funds like you do with PayPal, Cash App, with Zelle, and with Venmo. And the question is, who in the world is going to download an app called FedNow? So I got questions I need to know. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to head over to Brownstone. I'm going to make a note to myself. I'm going to head over to Brownstone Worldwide on Facebook. And I'm also going to go to brownstoneworldwide.com. And I'm going to post this question. Like, what are your thoughts on this? Because I definitely love to know what you think about what is happening right now with our money system. Because did y'all hear what I just said? Here's what I need y'all to understand about the Chinese yuan or yen being number one in so many different countries right now. Because I don't even know if y'all even understand that not long ago, I don't even think it's been a good month, that several African countries' debt to the US had been paid by Vladimir Putin in the amount of $20 billion. Do y'all think that he did that because he liked them? I didn't think so, right? So now we're talking about they're wanting to put together a military superpower and some other things. And so herein lies the question that I have for you. What's going to happen to the American dollar? You ever thought about that? Yes, we can scroll, we can do all the things, but what are we doing right now to understand and gain more clarity about what is happening to our dollars? Because here's what's going to happen, because I can already see it. It's kind of already happened before. With the value of the dollar being so low, you can bet your bottom dollar that people from other countries are going to come over here and they're going to buy up property and real estate. Want to put money on it? I don't think you want to. That's number one, okay? So those things that have no value, because if the dollar is not going to have the same value, think about it. The Chinese yen over in Brazil is number 2 right now. Number 2. There will be no need to have a stronghold in these countries if our dollar does not hold weight. Y'all better wake up. And this is not me with a conspiracy theory or anything like that, because I'm not saying this is bad, it's going to happen, or that's bad going to happen. What's going to happen to your household, folks? They laying folks off left and right around here. I read an article yesterday where a woman had been with Microsoft for 25 years, and they laid off an exponential amount of people from Microsoft the other day. She was one of them. It's the only job she ever had. Now she out here flailing in the wind. So now what? You ever thought to ask yourself that question? Are you ready for that? Because guess what, folks? It's already here. It's already here. Some of us saw it months ago. Some of us saw it during COVID. I was getting phone calls from friends of mine who are ex-military who was like, pay attention, pay attention. Listen, I spent X amount of years in this, and that third country. I know what I'm talking about. I saw this because somebody had already put me up on game on it. And so I started paying attention. I was like, oh my gosh, it's happening. So where does that leave us? And how do you, listen closely, how do you, number one, protect your funds? How do you prepare yourself for things like this? Oh, well, I just put it in a savings account. Really? Okay. All right. You go ahead and you do that. That's great. I think it's a great move. You want to talk about your 401k, how it's going to lose? Or do you want to talk about putting your stuff in an IUL? You ever thought about doing that? What about a trust? Something to seriously consider with everything that is happening right now. I need you all, Brownstone family, to pay attention to your money right now and what is happening. Here's something else I need you all to do too. Don't get caught up on somebody's job and you wake up one morning and you on the chopping block. What are the steps that you are going to take today to make sure that your family, that your household, that your resources are protected as this continues to happen? Because as the dollar falls, it's going to impact everything. Y'all see how much eggs are? A dozen of eggs around the corner from my house right now is $9.62. I haven't bought eggs, I know, in 6 months. Pay attention. So again, we're going to do some research on FedNow, find out what it is, find out what it is not. These are the things that are important that y'all need to know. And I'm here to tell you about them, because sometimes you're not going to get it while you're scrolling and you're watching people tap dance, while you're scrolling and you're watching some of the things that are helping to build your business. Stop just for a second and get this information. It is so, so, so important, because the world is changing right in front of our eyes. And I need y'all to be on top of your game. So what does that mean, Paulette? Well, what is Brownstone Worldwide going to do? We're going to give you the news and information that you can use so you can make better decisions. We're going to bring people on here for the entire month of April who know about money, who are going to tell you how to handle your business. We're bringing people from everywhere that are going to talk to you about IUL. Y'all need to know about this. We need to get into the bottom of this. We need to find out what's happening so that we can be protected as a people. And I ain't just talking about black and brown folks. I'm talking about people, because this is going to impact all of us. While we worried about banning TikTok, that's the least of our worries. As a matter of fact, did you know that the Restrict Act never not one time mentions in the 56 pages that it is in, that the Restrict Act is written on? It never not once mentions TikTok. Did y'all know that? Sound like a bunch of smoke and mirrors, doesn't it? Okay. See, here's what I need you all to know. We research around here. We're not just throwing up news and information and saying, oh, well, this will just hold them. No, absolutely not. No, we read, we research. Because when we put out information, we want to make sure that it's legit and we can back it up. Do your research, do your due diligence, find out what is really going on. The Restrict Act is not about TikTok. I need you all to know that. And it's not hard to find. Matter of fact, I'm going to get real slick. Let me make a note to myself. Hold on. Restrict Act, share. So you can download it for yourself. You can read it for yourself. You can do whatever you want to with it. You can paste it upside your walls and look at it all day long, but I need you to go and find out what it is. It's important for you to do that so that you stay abreast, because here's what's getting ready to happen. 2024 is around the corner, folks. And there are a lot of people who got voted in who don't have any business being there. Now, you can believe whatever you want, but here's something that you need to know. Did you know that in the state of Kansas, oh, these people are insane. They have literally overturned the governor's veto on a law that states that if a child is going to play any type of sport, they have to have their genitals checked to see if they're transgender. How dare you? These are the folks that got voted in, folks. The Crown Act is a thing in Texas where Black women still have to stand before a bunch of folks that don't have hair like theirs to ask for permission to wear their hair naturally in 2023. What the hell wrong with us? Is this the Handmaid's Tale 2023? Starring all of us in the United States of America. We're not even going to talk about Governor DeSantis and what he is doing down there in the state of Florida. The list goes on. Y'all, we got to do better. We got to do better. And the thing is that if we're not careful, we're going to find ourselves in a situation where we are not prepared. It is happening right now in front of our eyes. The question is, what you finna do with it? I got questions. All right, y'all. Guess what's dropping on Sunday? Y'all ready for this? Boom. Let's talk about Brownstone Living magazine with, of course, the Nicole Johnson on the cover. She is the host and one of our air personalities on KCCR, the Brownstone, and also brownstoneworldwide.com. She is the host of Girl, Your Money Matters. Y'all, guess what? Her story is so inspirational. And she shares her story on the inside of the Love, Live, Breathe segment of Brownstone Living magazine, where we're actually helping you to live the brownstone lifestyle. This month, we are actually covering several different people in this month's magazine. Like, you want to know more about that, do you? You sure? Okay, here we go. Of course, the people in the neighborhood. We're going to be talking about Mr. Joe Brazil and how he has impacted his community in Arkansas, in South Arkansas. We also have Mercedes Eckert and her impact in marketing and mystery shopping. We're also going to be talking to several other people who are a part of the people in the neighborhood. You get an opportunity to meet with them in our pages. You're also going to get your free download of your April calendar and your planner insert that you can use digitally or print it out. How about that? Guess what else, guys? We have a new segment called The Block, The Block, The Block. And that one is where you're going to be introduced to a new segment in a new series called The Stories. You heard that right, just like Big Mama Them. It's called The Stories, and you'll get an opportunity to literally get that magazine and share it with everybody. Okay, you can read it yourself. You can do all kinds of things. So if you want your copy of the magazine, you can head over to brownstoneworldwide.com. Under home, you will see Brownstone Worldwide's Brownstone Living preview, and you can actually see it there. Okay. Then from there, you can subscribe. We'll be sharing more information about how you can get your copy. Let me see, because I thought it was up here. I thought I had it. But yeah, you can go to brownstoneworldwide.com and you can get a copy of the magazine, or you can see a preview under home. When you go to home, it'll be up under there. Okay. So definitely wanted to let you guys be aware of that. Okay. All right. So did I scare some of y'all? I hope I did. I'm so serious. Listen, I need you, all of you, to get into what this FedNow thing is. Because this is a serious thing. It's not cute. It's not cute. And you need to, first of all, I'm not downloading it. Now, watch this now. I'm going to tell you what they're going to do. I just dropped my pen. I'm going to tell you what they're going to do. They're going to literally almost make it a requirement. Pay attention. That's how come I need y'all to get up off your duffs and find out more about these folks that y'all hired, voted for, and put into office, and what they are and are not going to be doing for you as the constituent. Okay. Those are just a couple of things that I need you all to be aware of. All right. So we got about 15 more minutes before Dr. Michelle Josie comes on with her show called Numbers Don't Lie. All right. Okay. So what I want to do is talk about, boy, oh boy, oh boy, this is so sad. There's so much going on. Like, I literally am just thrown off at this point. But yeah, so what I want you guys to do is to head over to brownstoneworldwide.com. And it's a couple of things that are on here that I'm definitely going to be trying myself. Sherry Shepard actually has a piece on Brownstone Worldwide right now, and is talking about pneumonia and what you need to do to prepare yourself for that if it ever happens, or if, you know, your vaccines and so forth. So we have a health segment there. Eating tasty ways, easy, tasty ways to make the most of Fish Fridays. Some of us still do it like that. We all have fish on Fridays. I don't, but I know many people that do. 4 tips to boost your family's nutrition and fitness this spring. And are you making these 5 common spring lawn care mistakes? So again, there's plenty of stuff for you guys to catch up on. including Index Universal Life Insurance. But again, we're going to have someone come on and speak directly with us about how to get yourself set up for Index Universal Life Insurance and how to make it work for you and your family long term. One of the things that I definitely want to make sure that we're doing is we want to make sure that we're encouraging people over and above how to make their money work for them so that they are doing things from a money perspective of living like, you're the business. Okay. Those are some of the things that we all need to be doing more of. So with that said, let's get back into more news and information that you can use. All right. So FBI shuts hacker marketplace. We talked about that yesterday. Americans are working fewer hours. Of course they are, because people are like, y'all not going to stress me out. So the average American is now working some 30 minutes less a week than they did before the pandemic. That's equivalent to the economy losing some 2.4 million workers in the researchers' note, which might help explain why the labor market remains so tight. An aging population, COVID-related illness, and fear of returning to work have been cited by many experts as key causes of the recent drop in labor force participation. But it may be that Americans are also re-examining their work-life balance, researchers suggest. Let's talk about that. Y'all ready? Y'all want to have this conversation? Of course it is. That's exactly what it is. People are like, wait a minute, you're not getting ready to stress me out. Why would I want to be stressed out? Over what? Over a company that I don't own? Over a company that has shown me time and time again that they don't care about me? Over a company that will cut me loose and smile in my face all at the same time after I have given them blood, sweat, tears, hours, time, all of that. Yep. People are tired. And here's the thing. If people actually sat down and did the math and they did things the way that they were supposed to in an organized fashion every single day, they could probably make more working from home for themselves. And that's what a lot of people are actually doing. They can actually schedule the time that they want to get up. They don't have to deal with the commute unless they want to, right? They're making their own rules. So what I am going to even suggest and go further and say is that people have gotten creative and said, I don't need this to stress me out. I can make my own rules. And more people are starting to do that. And you can't blame people, because if I want to depend on anybody for my security, I sure as heck want it to be me. Okay. So just wanted to kind of put that out there, that is something that is happening. So y'all listen, Linda. Let's talk about this really quick and then we're going to wrap it up. Get your business listed in Brownstone Living Magazine for the next 6 months for only $200. That is less than $40 a month to be listed in one of the fastest growing magazines right now. We are getting ready to go to print. So you'll have an opportunity to subscribe to both the print version and the digital version. Now, the digital version is always going to be $5.99 and the print version will always be $12. Okay, $12.99 for that, because we got to print it, we got to get to you. And now the last thing is we want to definitely let you know that the dates have actually changed for the Power of Prosperity Legacy Summit. It is now going to be April 27th through the 29th with our VIP day. You can still go ahead and register using this particular URL or this QR code. Go ahead and scan that with your phone so that you can be a part of the upcoming financial summit. And again, we want to make sure that we're bringing in people that are going to help you to keep more of your money in your pocket, especially during these trying times. It is so super important. All right, you guys, that's enough for me. Here's what I want you to do. Head on over to brownstoneworldwide.com. Get that newsletter. There will be a Friday newsletter, so you'll get your weekend edition, and then you'll always get your weekly reader on Monday morning to let you know what's coming down the pipe, what you can expect from us. And guess what else, folks? We're getting ready to start a raffle for KCCR. You don't want to miss that. We're really excited about that. We're going to be doing some giveaways, and we're going to be sharing with you next week how you can get in and be a part of that. Now, go ahead and register for the newsletter. And then here's something else. Get into Brownstone Worldwide on Facebook. That's where all of the everyday content is. And that's where we share a lot of different things that you can keep up with every single day and what's happening in our Brownstone community. All right. So without further ado, I'm going to get out of here so Dr. Michelle can get ready to set up and do her thing at 2:00 Eastern Standard Time. Once again, the name of her show is, you guessed it, Numbers Don't Lie with Dr. Michelle. She's coming up next here in the Brownstone with her special guest, Jackie Vasquez, money mindset coach. Keep it locked to KCCR, the Brownstone. You see it up there in the, I did it wrong again, in the upper left-hand corner. The upper right, is it the right? Yeah, the upper right-hand corner. And listen, guys, download the app, listen in, start listening in, because the only way that you'll be able to win the prizes that I'm going to come back and talk about next week is you got to have the app downloaded and you need to be listening. Could be cash, could be not. Who knows? Not only that, but it'll be some great prizes that you'll be proud and excited to get. All right, folks, I'm out of here. We will see you tomorrow on another edition of, and actually it's going to be our weekend edition, which is going to be fun. Okay. All right. So I will see you tomorrow. 3 things that I always like to tell every single one of you guys every time I leave you. 1, love your life. It is the only one that you have. 2, live your life to the fullest and embrace everything that is your life, because you only get one you. And lastly, breathe through every single moment. You guys, don't forget what we talked about today. It's super important for you all to understand how serious this is. Learn more about your money. Take this seriously, what these folks in the Brownstone are going to be teaching and talking to you about all month long. It's important. All right, guys, I will see you on another edition of The Day Shift. See you later.